please rise. And then I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hang on a minute before you all sit down, please. I just want to observe a moment for the Baird family. Thank you.
Does everyone know?
I don't know.
I assume.
Okay. First thing up on our agenda tonight is the Putnam County Ag Day Committee.
That time again. Come reach out to you guys and get your blessing to proclaim Saturday, March 14th is Ag Day in Putnam County. And to invite you all as well, we're going to start our day with our dollar breakfast for Thurston from 8 to 9 a.m. We'll follow up with a program from 9 to 9:30 and have some. Our speaker will be Lauren Johnston. Well, it was Lauren Johnston. She's Lauren Flanders now, speaking about her business, farm to table, up in the area around Indianapolis. And then from 9:30 to noon, we will open up our free mini farm fest for kids and families to come learn about agriculture.
Okay. You want me to read this? I will. It's the proclamation for the Putnam County Ag Day, Saturday, March the 14th, 2026. Whereas agriculture is an important and continuing industry in Putnam County, Indiana. The oldest industry in the county, covering 1,143,714 acres of a total of 307,453 acres. Whereas agriculture's contribution to the economy of Putnam County is more than $144,173,000 annually. Whereas the growth of other industries and activities in Putnam County makes more important than ever a development of a firm base of cooperation between our county's farm families and the non-farm residents, with each group needing to understand the problem and activities of the other. And whereas activities which promote this understanding are to be encouraged with enthusiasm and support. Now, therefore, we do hereby proclaim Saturday, March the 14th to be Ag Day throughout Putnam County and urge residents to participate in the activities of this day as opportunity allows.
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Photo op.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. You need a copy of this, Heather, or not? Doesn't matter. Okay. Thank you.
Next up is the Mental Health of America, request of the green lights at the courthouse for mental health awareness. Is anyone here from our mental health department?
We do it every year, so I make a motion to approve that.
I'll second it.
I'll make that unanimous.
Okay.
Man, we're screaming through this.
Next up is Josh Toland.
Good evening, Commissioners. Josh Holden, Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Just want to come give you a brief overview of 101719. What it is the code for establishing accreditation procedures for all county veteran service officers. There was not one previously, so now there is a standard. So any veteran that goes to any county veteran service officer across the state of Indiana will get the same service no matter what office they go to. Previously there wasn't one, so it was kind of a do whatever you want. Not anymore. This office is blessed with a great service officer. There's always been a good service officer here, but this one's going to be amazing. So look forward to working with him. The office currently meets all standards of accreditation, and we're looking forward to the future. got any questions for me?
No,
I read something that there was one thing missing from the accreditation. Can you put that out there?
The what?
One part of that accreditation.
The only thing we're missing would be the bid card section, which he's working on that.
Yeah, that's a process that none of us can speed up. We're just waiting for the American Legion to do their part, and work. I already spoke with a couple of senators and stuff like that. We're working on it, trying to get that thing pushed through. If there is any fault, it's on me, it's not on him. I've done everything I can to get it boosted through, and we're trying to plow through that. All right.
Would you like to say a couple words about what, if you've got a minute, to say about what plans you have for the county or not?
I can.
It's up to you. It's, to me, this is the platform.
Right now, just like I said before, in a couple of years, we have about 2,500 veterans. We see about 1/3 of those. So right now, I'm trying to more public contact, going to the American Legions to bring those veterans back. We're working on that. Other things we changed, instead of the veteran come to us, I'm trying to work to come to them. Cannot get out of their house and make it up the stairs to get these benefits. So Josh has been a great help trying to get me on all these new benefit programs that exist for veterans.
We're greatly blessed that you're here.
I've heard good compliments about you, Brian.
Absolutely, I have too.
Appreciate it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up on,
I think I was next.
no, you were next, Brian.
That's fine. I was just asking for a county credit card, no more than $1,000 limit for training expenses or stuff like that.
Has VSO ever had one? They haven't, have they?
Not that I'm aware
I don't think that in the past that they went to conferences, and he's going to be attending training, so it makes it easier him having one.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
You said and 1,000's good? You sure?
of. Partly not.
Okay. All right.
I'll make that unanimous.
If it ever isn't enough, just let us know. We can ask for a credit increase.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I want to add DJ to the thing real quick. I'm sorry. Can I add DJ to our,
Sure, I'll second that.
come on up, DJ.
Alright, so
This is supposed to be short and sweet.
we want to make some changes on the county email system. Right now, DNS is hosted in the back of the EOC. We want to migrate that all to the cloud, but since you guys are the owner of the domain, we have to go through your accounts to migrate it. So there's no cost, no contract, nothing like that. It's all in place, so just want your blessing on it.
Because we already pay the cloud, so it's just going to add to it.
It'll add it to, because we're already on Microsoft, so it'll add it to the
Okay.
Microsoft
That,
environment.
there's no max or anything of data.
No, no, so.
Make motion to approve.
Second.
I'll have to get with you guys to
Unanimous.
get the account created, and then we'll make the changes. So, since you guys are the owner of it, we'll have to do that, so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, DJ.
See you guys.
Next up on the list is the town of Russellville. Daniel.
So, as you guys know, I was here last meeting and talked to you guys about trying to get some extra funding for a new tornado siren for the town of Russellville. Checked a few other places, trying to get extra money. I went to Heritage, and St. Clair Metal Forming over there in Russellville donated $1,000 towards it, Land O'Lakes. So I'm up to about 12,460 as of right now. And I got the new quote, which I gave you guys a copy of it. It comes to $32,435. And that's to have a tornado siren in Russell Township.
Is that a brand new one?
It's a brand new siren, everything.
Now, the one
It's
that's
the
up there,
exact same one that Cloverdale has.
the one that doesn't move, they've got two different types down there, so one at the park.
I'm guessing it's the newest one that they have, because it's from the same people, JES.
So So what you're asking for then is $19,875, right?
If I can get it, I mean, Russellville could probably, we can probably come up with a few thousand, but we don't have near the budget to come up with that. I mean, we only have like 300 people in our town.
Did you get in contact with Renee? Yeah, well, mine.
The old Heritage
Oh.
Environmental.
Talking
Well,
about
he
Whatever it is
Renee
now.
Wyatt.
No, Renee
Yes,
White.
I talked to her, because
She's the trustee, yeah.
She can't donate to the town. She can give it to the fire department, then we'd have to turn everything over to the fire department. And I don't think they want to handle it.
Is the siren gonna be at the fire department? Or-
It's gonna be at the school. There's actually a pole at the school that the old one's on, so we're just gonna take the old one down and do it about it. And Heritage said they don't have it in their budget right now, so they can't help me at all.
It's not in their budget, Andy.
I know.
Yeah.
That was the exact words I got.
So,
And I gotta get, this is a 30-day quote, and it takes, after we get it ordered, it takes about 6 weeks for it to come.
If we was to approve this, Christina, at what funds would be legal to draw from?
Didn't we get the 10,000 in the hazard space? Or was that war chest? Did we take it in the hazard space? I think you might be able to do hazardous waste, he's checking. It's either that or
Legal
war
Beagle's
chest.
checking?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
out of what?
Is this costing us
Hazardous
money?
waste.
Check.
Andy, can you tell me what that figure was again? 19,000 what?
Be $19,875 is what they need.
Thank you.
Where did the 12,460 come from again?
Well, 10,000.
10,000 from
Yeah,
us.
last
That's-
year.
10,000 last year, so.
And then I got 1460 from the Land of Lakes and Stone Match.
And then 1,000 from the,
1,000
thank you.
And Cash Concrete said that they would donate something, but they never gave me an amount, and they never told me anything else.
All right, everybody refresh my memory how these have been taken care of in the past.
I think it was war chest last year. It was not hazardous fund last year. It was war
No,
chest.
it came out of your war chest money.
It's pretty much been a crapshoot all over the board. Some of them have been repaired by towns, some of them have been repaired from private donations.
If they
Once
put
in a
it
while, the county's repaired them.
If they put it into a town, that town's responsible, so that's what.
Yeah,
that was.
the big argument, pros and cons, the big argument of people now is why do we need them when everyone has a device in their pocket? To tell us so, and I'm not for, I'm just saying that's
Well, I've
the,
had people ask me that, and the only thing I can come up with is we have a lot of older farmers out there in that area, where some of the old ladies stay at home. It helps them out if they're out on the farm and all that, they don't have their phone with them, they can hear the tornado siren.
The only thing, I mean, I'm not against it, but my only concern is we got other ones out throughout the county, and if they all start breaking down, then if we pay for one,
you
we're gonna
just
have
set
to,
precedents.
we're gonna have to pay for all of them.
well, we set precedents by giving them 10 grand last year.
Yes.
So, for partial. But here, if we approve this, then pretty much any of them that goes out from now on, we're gonna pay for all of it.
Right.
So, how many is there in the county? You know that, Claude Felter?
There's three in Floyd.
Is there 6?
There's three in
Eight?
Floyd. There's three in Floyd Township.
One in Clinton Township.
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
2 or 3 in Cloverdale, Reelsville, probably 3.
Reelsville doesn't have one.
Okay. There's several.
I'll have the map in front of me, I can count on that.
But I think this is the only one in Russell Township.
come up with a little more money, but I mean, I
Well,
know,
like I
I
said, I
know.
mean, the town can probably come up with a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, we're trying to figure out what we can get before we start squeezing every amount that we can out of whatever budget we have left. But that's not gonna leave us a whole lot to do anything left over in the town. I mean,
Why don't you move it out in the township? Why does it have to stay in town? What's the difference? I mean, your town's not that big.
I can move it. I mean, they can
I'm
move
just
it anywhere
saying.
they want. If we move it out of town, then we don't have to pay for it.
I'm just saying, with all those things that's getting ready to happen with townships, there's gonna be some money probably floating around it. Nobody knows what to do with. Can you look up Gateway and see what Russell Township's got sitting in their general fund?
I know what they got.
Is it enough to cover it?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Just move the damn thing out in the county and the township, forget about it.
Somebody's gotta take claim of it then.
Well, I'm just saying, there's gonna be some big changes coming here. There's gonna be like 3 or 4 townships disappear. So, if I had the situation, if Bell Union had to have one, and they couldn't afford it, if it was in that big of a town, I'd pull out the township. I've got enough money in my general fund to handle it. So, I'm sitting here listing all this, wait a minute, let's just move it out, put it in the township, if the township board will approve it, which they should, because they need to get rid of some money.
When's your next town board meeting?
Be the third Wednesday.
Okay, all right. This quote is good and it's firm until March 27th. The third Wednesday is after our next meeting though,
It'll be the 18th.
so.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could find out
If you don't want, I'll call Renee and talk to her and see.
I've already talked to Renee, and that's what she told me. She goes, if she has like 18,000 or 16,000 that goes to the fire department every year. She
Right.
said that's about
I mean,
all
she's
she
got
has.
more-
She said, but then the fire department would have to decide if they want to spend that.
Well, what we're getting at, she's got more money than that, and if we move it into out in the township, then she ought to be able to come up with the money to pay for all of it.
Right.
So, I'll talk to Renee and I'll get back with you. I mean, I'll make a note right now to get out of her.
so make a motion to table this?
Yes, I'll make a motion to table it until I talk to her and then I can get back with Dane.
Okay.
I'll second.
Unanimous.
Thank
I
you, sir.
appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Sarah, Owens, you're up next.
So, with the gas tanks being repaired, and being down for a month, while that,
Well, they'll be down longer than a month.
during the time frame that they're down, I currently do not have a county credit card, but I do have fuel needs, and so I'm requesting a credit card so that I can take care of those fuel needs while that is taking place.
Okay.
We're gonna put a limit on that.
Do what?
Put a limit on the
It,
amount.
it got down there, they got 1,000 on it.
Okay. I make a motion to approve credit card EMA reasons for fuel, all the accessories that.
Okay. So you're just gonna use it for fuel then? Okay. After whenever Rick called, sorry, not Rick, sorry, Cliff. Sorry, Rick. Oh my, I'm all screwed up. But anyway, okay, so
Trying to figure out which one of us you just insulted.
probably him.
I'd probably go with that one. Yeah,
So anyway, I'll second it.
yep, unanimous.
Got anything else you wanna report about?
I just got word that we got our grant from Duke Energy, so we'll be able to put on a lithium-ion battery fire training for all the local fire departments and responders, and a new emergency management software program that will help with rewriting of plans, which is not
So when is the fire thing gonna happen?
Now that I know that we're.
So you don't have a date yet?
No, I don't have it scheduled yet.
Okay.
I don't want to spend money before actually, but, you know.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
David Lotfelder, you're up, 911.
All right, so a couple of years ago, our tower took a lightning hit, broke our tower light, and one of the things that was broken was the ground on it. And they tied the ground into the tower, and it is causing radio disruption of all the radio signals we send out. I got one quote here in front of me, I don't know if you guys have it in front of you, it might be on your computer, for replace the light, fix the ground, and fix one of the antennas, one of the radio antennas on there that's laying crooked, for about $22,650. And that's for parts, repair, climber, everything. And I just need approval to fix that, and then I'll ask for an additional.
So they're grounding it through the antenna right now?
No, it's grounding through the actual tower ground. It had its own separate ground.
Right.
And so now that it's only at night when the light's on, is whenever they're getting that disruption. So the ground is going through the tower and causing disruption. It needs to have its own separate ground.
Okay.
So what kind of light is it?
It's going to be a newer LED light. I mean, it's going to last longer, of course, it costs more. Last longer, not have to send somebody up there every couple of years to replace the light bulb up there. And just more up to date with some of the, actually, and it's basically just the LED kit and the LED light and the ground system wires, so. Not a lot, but.
Yeah, it's a labor.
Yeah.
What's the name of the company?
It is Electronic Communication Systems Incorporated out of Wilmington. And
You said how much was it, sir?
$22,650.
Okay.
And I've got one out to Chris Doty. He's supposed to be getting back to me sometime this week with another quote.
Okay.
And Hazel has a tower next to him, correct?
Yeah, right next to us.
And what fund does that come out of? Does that come out of
I was
maintenance?
going to ask for an additional because that was not my original
His
budget.
lit PSAP.
Okay, lit PSAP, yeah. Okay. How long did they think repairs would take if it was awarded?
I did not ask that.
Okay.
Probably pretty quickly.
Okay.
I mean, because the climber, each time the climber goes up, you got to pay him.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
a few times he has to go up, it's better.
Yeah.
And he has to go all the way up to the top. So, I mean, there's different levels of climbing for lower, middle, but he has to go all the way up to the top. So it's like 250.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to climb. My legs would be shaking by the time I got to the top.
At 10 foot on done.
What's that?
At 10 foot on done.
Yeah.
So you are gonna look at another quote or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to
So is this just for FYI for now?
for now, yeah.
Okay.
He's supposed to get back to me this week sometime.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll have them both in for the 16th meeting?
Jim, if he gets another quote, is this something that has to be,
What's the
this is a maintenance item,
How much we talking?
23 grand?
23,000.
Well, but it's a maintenance, I understand.
You said 23 million.
Well, I thought I said 23 grand.
No.
Okay, well, okay, 23 grand.
It's a million, a grant.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, he's got two, you said, or did you get?
Yeah, but where I'm asking is this just an administrative thing? Doesn't have to be brought back to the commissioners?
I think you need to
Does it have to be voted on?
It would probably be better to go ahead and
Okay.
vote on it.
All
I mean, I think you're below threshold, but again, just
Okay. All right,
disclosure wise, I think.
just curious.
So we table until the next meeting, is that?
Yep. So I'll make a motion to table it till the next meeting.
Second.
I'll be at the next meeting anyway, so.
Okay.
Really? We'll see.
All right, Clint, you're up, buddy.
All right, I got plenty of stuff to bore you to tears with. First off, I got some contracts for you to sign. First one is United Consulting's contract for the bridge inspections from 2027 to 2030 for the county bridge inspections.
What's the grand total on this?
It's on the front page, 877. It's right here. 877.
I don't see later. Oh, there's one.
892.
So this is $892,808.03. And we could build a bridge for that. Where's he at?
It's also 80/20, so the state
Right.
pays 80 of it.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Here's the tower you guys need to sign.
Take some of the sting out.
So we gotta make a motion on this, right?
Yep.
I'll make the motion to accept United for the LPA consulting contract for county bridges and inspection.
Second.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
Beat you. It's like when we get beat on.
It's not February no more either.
All right, next up is another United contract, and this is for the pedestrian bridge in Putnam County, which is Bridge 125. It's Halk covered bridge. Federal money does not cover the inspections of
Thank you.
pedestrian bridges, so this is a separate contract for that particular bridge. Amounts to just over $1,100 for 2 inspections over 4 years.
Second. You hear that, Mr. Woodall?
Sure.
Okay. No, it's just for the inspection for the Hout covered bridge that people can walk across.
Okay.
And it's $1,100.
That comes out of our covered bridge fund?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can't put it on the other contract because we don't get reimbursement for this.
All right, next up is a resolution. Need, I guess, Andy's, or all of them?
All of them have to
Yeah,
sign,
yeah.
but for Andy to do the E-doc for the,
In-dot agreements.
Okay. Do I gotta read all this? What would be the resolution number?
2026-3-2-1.
Quick.
2026
Dash.
3-2-1.
Oh, okay. All right, this resolution is 2026-3-2-1. The resolution of the Putnam County Commissioners, Putnam County, Indiana, authorization for execution of NDOT agreements, whereas the Indiana Code, Chapter 36-13 permits any unit of the state of Indiana to exercise any power or to perform any function necessary to the public interest in the context of its governmental or internal affairs, which is not prohibited by the Constitution of the United States or of the state of Indiana, or denied or preempted by any other law, or is not expressly granted by any other law to another governmental entity. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of Putnam County, Indiana is the Putnam County legislative and executive body and is by law authorized to adopt ordinances and resolutions for the administration of Putnam County's legal and financial affairs. Whereas the Indiana Department of Transportation has requested specific written authority for the execution of NDOT agreements when all members of the executive body do not sign. Now therefore it be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of Putnam County, Indiana as follows. Authorization. Putnam County, Indiana Commissioner Andy Beck is hereby authorized and confirmed to have the authority to execute any NDOT agreements and all other documents related thereto and all documents related to any NDOT grant programs for and on behalf of to bind the Putnam County Board of Commissioners of Putnam County. Ratification. The Board of Commissioners of Putnam County, Indiana hereby ratifies all prior agreements and associated documents executed by the President of the Putnam County Commissioners of Putnam County, Indiana, or Andy Beck prior to the effective date of this resolution. Effective date of this resolution is effectively immediately upon the date of adoption. Resolved this second day of March of 2026 by a vote of guess I'll make the motion.
Unanimous.
You guys are trusting me with this? Okay, after I got all that done, you got any more reading for me tonight?
I can find some, I'm sure. I've been doing some shopping on brooms. I had two quotes. One is from Southeastern Equipment for a Superior broom. They came to, and these are brand new prices, $93,734. I approached Brandeis Equipment in Indianapolis for a Grossi broom, which is what we currently have, the broom which is broken down. The price of that for a brand new broom is $81,800. So that's a fairly substantial difference.
Will I take the old one in on trade?
I'm sure they wouldn't want that. It would, if we go with the Grossi broom, it would make a good, when the warranty runs out, it would make a good parts machine if we do purchase a new one.
How old is the current one we have?
About 15 years old.
Okay. So rebuilding the motor versus a brand new one?
I haven't priced that like a
I
check.
mean, well, I'm just curious, we went straight to looking for a new one.
Well, in the past, we've always,
Well, I didn't know if there was a reason or that one just not worthy of,
in the past, we've always bought used machines that were rental machines. Of course, they get used like rental machines, and then we get them, and then we always have issues every year with them, when we need them the most. And I thought if we went with a brand new machine, that would possibly eliminate some of those issues. And we do have the money to pay for it from sales of the semi-trailers and tractor. So we could cover.
so if you had your choice, of those two machines?
Those, I mean, they're very similar machines. One's got a Cummins diesel, other's got a John Deere diesel. Both very dependable engines. I mean, the Grossi broom's the cheapest, and we do have one on the lot in case we would ever need any sort of backup parts.
Have we earmarked any of the money from the sale of equipment?
No, it's all still in the cash.
I know, but have we discussed, because we're looking at a tractor,
We have not.
there's,
It's
we have,
there.
we have a wish list,
Yeah, it's the money's there,
so.
not to cover everything on the wish list, obviously.
Right. But what's the need list?
I mean, we have to have a broom. When we ditch, when we chip and seal, when we pave, we have to clean roads before and after. So that is an absolute necessity to have a broom.
Your opinion is to go with a new one versus a used one?
Personally,
Or rebuilding the current one?
I would go with a new one that's, got a warranty. And then when that warranty runs out, we'll have parts available as far as bolt-on parts. If we have a flat tire, ruin a tire, we can go right to the shop, get one of 4 tires that's still on that machine, and keep right on going. I know it's a lot of money, and I'm pretty tight anyway, but
How much do we have in that fund?
enough to cover that. It's just right around $80,000 from the sales of our used equipment.
So that would deplete it.
Yep.
What do we have left to sell?
Not a lot that's going to bring a lot of money. The 2 tractors that
You're just all full of around corner answers tonight, aren't you? Man, look at you go. Are you a used car salesman?
Tractor salesman.
Oh, tractor salesman.
We do have 2 John Deere tractors left. They haven't sold. They just sat there. I talked to Mr. DeVito, and we agreed to put them in the nationwide auction. And the sale will be final March 11th.
Okay.
And he thought that we would get more from the auction than we would have ever gotten in on trade-in.
Okay.
So that's what prompted me to okay that. Hopefully that holds true.
What about the grinder?
I do have a quote on the grinder. If you like.
Is it $83,000?
That's cheaper.
No, it's cheaper, actually. It's the same price as it was last year. And then he knocked off the $3,500 and for the demo. He credited that. I would suggest getting a full set of replacement teeth for it, which amounts to about $6,300. So that puts the final price at $79,300.
Then,
And we're still
while we're pricing things,
working on tractors, so.
so fill us in on them.
We got quotes from 3 different makes of tractors, Case International, John Deere, and Massey Ferguson. What we ran into with the tractors, a common farm tractor, most farmers don't need a creeper gear. Well, in order to pull a road grinder, you need a creeper gear that will move along at about 1 or less miles per hour. So I've had to do a little studying here. The John Deere does have an infinitely variable transmission. And that would take it down to about the speed we needed for grinder use. But that would run right in the neighborhood of about $190,000. I have 2 quotes from 2 different models of Massey Ferguson tractor, which amounts to, for a 155 horse tractor, is $184,500, and that's with a creeper gear reduction. And for a 145 horse tractor, which is a 5M instead of a 6M Massey Ferguson, it's $112,000. The problem with that is availability. You had no idea when you could get them. Versus the John Deere, you could get it fairly soon. Because the IVT transmission is more common than a creeper gear. Case International has yet to get back with me. I called them and reminded them what I needed, but apparently they're still working.
They have not been interested from the start, though, have they?
Not terribly, no.
Yeah, so, yeah, they have too much business.
So if my math is correct, a new broom, a grinder, and a new tractor is gonna be $351,100.
How many townships we gotta merge to get that?
We just take Tom's over.
How much you say, how much?
$351,000.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that
close
was
enough.
a bad joke.
That'll be wiped out.
300 what, Andy? I'm sorry.
$351,100.
Smart aleck mouth, I apologize.
That was $81,800 for a broom, $79,300 for a grinder, and $190,000 for a tractor.
Okay.
Some of our council presidents turning their head back here.
What other great news you got?
Let me look through here. I'm sure I can find something of interest. Bridge 107 is no longer a bridge. That's good news.
Positive.
We replaced that bridge with a culvert pipe just last week.
Bridge inspection project.
Yes, it will actually. Slowly but surely. Bridge 148 east of Fillmore is next on the agenda for that treatment. Depending on the weather, looks like a rainy week this week. Hopefully next week we'll get that job done and get that off the bridge inventory list. On the new truck front, we have one of our new trucks back from Clark, fully outfitted, ready to go. Everything looks pretty good on it, pretty happy with that. The second tandem should be finished probably in a week and a half to 2 weeks. I just talked to them today. And then they will start on our single axle. It's up there currently. And they've made pretty good time on all that stuff. I'm pretty impressed with the turnaround. And the quality of work seems really good. That's about all I have, actually. Yeah, you have something?
We have the annual operating report that's due to the state by June 1st, but I've got it finished and I need your signatures.
Well, you've been working on the last couple of weeks.
Cutting brush with the brush mowers, been hauling stone, trying to keep the gravel roads in reasonably good shape for this time of year, which I think we're succeeding. The gravel roads I've been on are mostly pretty good.
Yeah, get 2 inches rain.
Till we get 2 to 4 inches rain, then that'll change things a bit. But as a resident of gravel road, there's really only 2 seasons. There's mud season and dust season. So that's kind of how it works. And we've been patching every time, every chance we get on a good day, running the total patching machines and then hand patching with cold mix. So I like to think we're staying ahead of that. We're getting very few complaints, so that's a pretty good indicator.
Salt?
This late in the year, I think we're okay.
NCAA tournament starting to start. Getting ready to
I know,
start.
we're braced for that.
Sections, you got the sections.
Sections,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we always keep that in mind, because you know we're gonna get it.
The rest of your paperwork's ready.
Okay.
So my question to you guys is, what do you want to do? You want to wait on this equipment, or you want to act on the broom, or you want to have him price a new engine and put in something that may break down, or what?
What's the delivery of this broom if it was purchased?
In stock. Versus the other one is out of stock.
Okay, what's your priority list? You got 3 in front of you. What's the priority list?
All of them.
I like the way Mr. Beck thinks, but for what I have facing me right now, I gotta have a broom. When we ditch roads, we'll have to sweep them to get the mud and or dirt off, depending on the weather, just for safety's sake. And then, as we start chip seal season, paving season, it's one of the necessary items.
And 2, on the grinder thing, I think it'll save us a lot of money when we go to blacktopping roads, we can go in there and level them out, so we don't have to have a foot on one side and 2 inches on the other.
Where do we come up with the difference?
Not on the grinder, you can put the tractor with it.
Exactly.
So where do we come up? You said we had how much? 80 grand? Right?
Yep.
So where do we come up with the other 270,000?
I guess they can take it out of that edit money that we afforded. Because that's what it was for, roads, bridges, and equipment.
Pending council approval. You talking about this year's edit plan?
Sure. Why, do we have some left from last year we can use?
I just don't want him ordering it because it hasn't been approved by the council yet.
The entire edit plan has not been approved by the
Right.
council. That's what you're saying, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
That's why they need to start meeting twice a month.
We can afford one item right out of the box. The broom.
Does that item need to be,
We'd still have to go to
Does it have
council
to
to
go in
get the
front of the
money put
council?
back into.
If he's got money already, but is it appropriated money?
No,
'Cause if it's
I
not,
would
it'll
have to
do
go to
additional.
council,
We'd have to.
but I couldn't go to the council meeting this month. It'd have to be next month to get that
because
money
we missed
moved.
deadlines?
What, we ain't advertised quick enough? We still got,
We won't have time
Yeah,
for
15
2
days.
weeks, will we?
Has to be on Gateway 14 days. So if you get it to me tomorrow morning, I can get it on Gateway.
Okay.
Now that it's Gateway instead of the paper, you have a bigger window.
Got it.
Look at us winning.
Yeah. So I guess we haven't made a decision
We
yet.
have not.
I'll make a motion for the room for the 81,000. Where you take the cards off the other one. Anything else?
I disagree, but I'll second it. I'll go with Clint's gut on this one. I disagree, but I know that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But,
I know what you're thinking. You need to just buy a new motor and put it in the brew.
yeah, it is 15 years old. But ironically, I have a truck that's 15 years old that's sitting in my lot that's got a blowed motor that's going to cost way more than what the vehicle's worth. So that's the other part of, I understand where he's going with that.
Yeah.
So,
I've priced the used ones, and,
How much is the used one?
I mean, the used ones, I mean, a used one, a rental machine, you know, it's gonna run you over $30,000. That's a lot of hours on it. Which is, you know, it could be a grenade. You never know for sure.
Would you say the warranty is on this?
I'm not sure what the warranty is. I know most stuff it's gonna be at least a year warranty. I'd say that's at the bare minimum, but yeah, I have not checked on the warranty. I just know there is one.
all right, Christina, so what you're telling us is if we approve this broom, 'cause that second I threw out there was just a thought. Before it's official,
I haven't said anything yet.
I know you haven't, I know, I'm waiting. If we approve this broom, and then we wait for the council in a couple weeks, if they approve the edit plan, then we have the possibility of using some of that money to purchase these other two items. Am I saying that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will second Tom's motion.
I'll make it unanimous. So I guess you can go buy you a new broom.
Thank you, gentlemen, I
I
appreciate
hope
it.
it's got a seat on it.
Yes, it does.
You'll be right.
Sorry. Okay.
I know that seemed long and drawn out, but we have some, just a certain amount of money.
Absolutely.
We're trying to figure out what's the best thing to do with it.
Yep.
Because I fully understand Andy and the grinder and how it will help us with,
Yeah, some of the roads that are extremely
So-
torn up, it'll
and
level out.
I
give us
agree
a
with him
Level playing field.
on that.
Thank you very much.
Got anything else?
I do not have,
So when you gonna start ditching?
as soon as I can.
When it quits raining?
Yeah, when it quits raining.
Okay. All right. Next thing is the approval for our minutes for the February 16th regular meeting and the executive session.
Make a motion to approve the regular meeting.
Second.
You got it, all unanimous.
Now I need a motion, I'll make the motion to approve the executive session.
Second.
Unanimous.
And I see no mail, so we recognize that. So now we're up to old business. Mr. Ball, you are up for our security. You want, I printed this off if you need to refresh your memory. I can bring it up on my computer if you need to look at it.
Hi.
I think he just wants to.
You have the cover sheet, too.
Yes, sir, here it is. Go. Look at that.
Whoa,
I found it.
I'm impressed.
So anyway, we all met with the sheriff and 2 of his deputies about taking over the security for full-time for the courthouse. So anyway, Jared worked up a thing for us to look at and to go over. And anyway, go ahead.
What do you?
Okay, but going through this, I see what the total figure is at the bottom. There's one thing in there that I want to question about, and let me find it, is do we need to buy a car for this person?
I think we do, because it's going to be a full-time deputy position. It'll be slotted as a deputy, and there's several reasons that I think that if a full-time police officer is going to be acting as a full-time police officer, they need to have a vehicle. My part-time police officers have a vehicle at the school resource officers, and they sometimes have to do traffic. They don't want to. I mean, they're hired by the school. But if there's a bad accident out there, they'll pull their car out there to protect the people in the scene and tail hand. Transport, you could get an incident here where adult probation walks the person out, waves over the deputy and says, "You got a warrant or you need to go to jail," and go transport. Instead of waiting on an understaffed jail to get a vehicle that's probably out of town here or to get somebody else, I would do that. Training, I think if we send this person to training, it'd be good for them to have their own vehicle. I think that's what separates the professional position from the less than professional position of a full-time police officer. Would be a benefit of a vehicle.
And you got on here for, so how many people would you have working this? Would you have your full-time deputy and one other with him at one time, or you got, I'm just going by this thing here, for 3 part-time special deputies, so.
We hadn't, Tom was still working on the schedule. I think we weren't really, I didn't look at the agenda. You asked if I was gonna be here tonight, but we didn't say why.
Well, you said this, that's why.
Oh, yeah. I just thought we might have another, I didn't know if you might email some questions back that we'd be better prepared to answer. But
Is that what you want us to do? We can do that.
No, we're here. So the schedule is, he's working on the schedule right now, but from talking to people here, there's those evening, like tonight, should have been open because you have public here. And that's the levels that we're going to. So to cover all those and the Tuesday nights and the juvenile nights and the different things that we were identifying now mind you, some of those would be one person.
Right.
Tonight could easily be one. But to cover all those, we thought 324s in a full-time. Plus you have people that are going to be taking PTO days at the full-time.
Right.
And at which time we would have, for sure, have 2 there. There will be times that 3 will man at the heavy hours. I'm talking with the staff up here now that's working it. We've identified some hours that they would be beneficial to have the 3. And the biggest thing is just people not they're vacation sick or personal. I don't want to leave something empty. Currently they don't stay past 4, so we've added in that extra half hour, whatever it takes to we finally decide what hours we're going to cover, because we didn't really get into that either.
Right.
So I didn't know if we were going to have another meeting to do that, but because we were gathering information still from our meeting last time.
When do you think you have an idea of when you might have all the information we can have another meeting?
I think the big thing is the only thing, so we sent this since the last one, and I'll be more than available to answer questions here today about these. But the schedule-wise is something that we're still working on and trying to figure out exactly what we're going to need. But just anytime you want, 2 weeks at the next meeting.
That's fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, hit us up before that though, so that we can make sure we have everything.
Is that going to be the executive one again, or?
We can dovetail it into the regular one if you want.
Well, I think it needs to be a regular one, that way we can vote on it if we want to act.
What's the process of this, Christina, Jim? If the commissioners come to agreement with the sheriff's department to transition this, then it has to go to the council.
Yes,
And
because we'll have to increase the
then we have
budget.
to figure out where that budget's going to lie and how it's going to be paid for, correct? So,
You can create the new positions with job descriptions and all that kind of thing and have that process done, but then it would be presented to the council, finance.
I think I'll prove it tonight, depending on the council.
so you want to do in 2 weeks?
That's fine with me.
Yeah, give Tom some time, he was still working on that schedule.
And if it takes longer than that, that's fine.
Yeah, we were just finishing up the interviews with people and talking to other counties and everything, so.
Yep.
But we'll be ready at the next one. Put us on the agenda. Good.
Got anything else you want to add to us or anything?
That'll be part of the team.
All right. Thank you very much. So on to the security part of it, from our higher up person in the higher floors, he wants us to kind of hold off on this for a little bit until we get this done, so anyway. Go ahead.
I was just saying, he wants to check with other courts.
Right. Next thing on our old business is the Medic Way property for the health department, which is coming up really quick, which we got to do something on that. So. I ain't got no documents in front of me. I'm just reading what's on the agenda.
I understand. Jim,
We had a
would you care to
discussion.
explain?
Yeah, we had a discussion this weekend looking at possibly using the hazardous waste fund based on what the purpose of the expenditure is for, and think that that might be the cheaper way going forward. That way you avoid costs of finance. I did send an email out to personnel from the hospital today just so I could say, hey, do you have time for a phone call tomorrow or Thursday so we can touch base? Because if that is the route that we're going to go, we would need to have it approved by council. And the way that I read our closing document is it really needs to be done by the 17th of March, which would put us, they would meet on the 17th. So it would, unless they were holding the line on things, we would probably need to see if we could get that closing scheduled, later on that week, maybe the 20th, like the Friday, or the 19th on the Thursday. Have not, like I said, spoken with them yet, but that's what I think that I would recommend going forward, looking at what that fund is and what it can be utilized for. And we said we all kind of dissected it on Saturday, and I think everybody's the same mindset. It'd still leave us with quite a bit of money in the, even after taking out the 200+ thousand for the highway, it would still leave, I believe, what, say 100 or 1.
About 1.3 million.
1.3 in there for, the other expenditures that might come up.
So I guess I'll make the motion pending the council approval, right? I'll make the motion to take $700,000 out of this hazardous waste fund to pay for the Medic Way property. And I don't have the address, or I'd read that.
309.
309 Medic Way.
I second that.
Make it unanimous.
I was under the assumption this whole time, this entire building, that we could only use 10% of the hazardous waste fund. I don't know where I come up with that. I
Well,
don't know
there's about
why.
4 or 5 different things you can only use 10%.
Understood, and that's because if we'd have known that, why go borrow money if there's $2.2 million sitting there to pay cash for something?
Well, especially if the interest that we're making off of the money doesn't equivalent to what the interest would be to borrow the money.
Correct, yes.
Anyway.
So the second part of that health department is the renovations.
Right, which is
420,000 is what we approved. So, can we We have a representative of the Health Department here. Hi, Representative.
Evening. Come on up, Brian.
Our question to you is, $420,000 is the
Yep.
renovation cost of this building.
Yes, sir.
If the commissioners take $260,000 out of hazardous waste, can the health department take $200,000 out of their vaccine fund to fund the rest?
I would not recommend utilizing the vaccine fund because that's what we use to operate the office. We have $128,000 from Health First Indiana funding that we've held 10% each year over the last 3 years. That can be utilized for capital renovation. So it's an explicitly approved fund, so I would utilize that first.
Which one does that, I thought that was money you were going to use for furniture and
No, that's,
oddballs.
that's the workforce development grant that we have.
Okay.
With that, we can still utilize that fund for all the stuff inside, the IT, camera, security, stuff like that.
Switching utilities, all that stuff.
Exactly. Which brings up another point, which I guess we won't know until Jim hears back from the hospital, but the utilities have told us that they need 2 weeks before closing to get everything set up, so I guess.
To me, my opinion of that is, we call them tomorrow and say, here's your 2 weeks. And go ahead, even if it transfers, you're shaking your head no.
No, I said, yeah.
Okay,
I think
all right,
that's-
so you're shaking your head no.
I've never heard ever utilities took 2 weeks, but I'm not.
Right.
There's only 2 of them, I think gas and electric.
Yeah, but if we take over ownership of it a week or 2 before we own it, does that matter? It's an empty building, so how much is going to be used?
All right.
So,
What about the internet out there?
We're gonna have a cabling ran to the building.
yeah, that's going to be the big, yeah, because the hospital has their own, and we want.
Yeah, she said, Endeavor's already said they can go there, so shouldn't be an issue.
So you heard our request, what's your rebuttal?
Utilizing $128,000 from Health First Indiana funding.
Okay.
We specifically set that aside for the building. It's 10% capital that's authorized in state code that we can utilize for that. That would be my recommendation because the vaccine fund is highly inflated right now. It doesn't normally run at that. Like if you look at prior to 2020 and COVID and stuff like that, that's all reimbursements from COVID vaccinations. That fund will never be that high. In fact, it's down $55,000 over last year. So if we utilize all that money there, it's not like it's going to come back.
Because you spend more than what comes in?
Correct.
Then why is the fund there to begin with if you've always spent more than what comes in? Have you supplemented or something?
No, it was supplemented by COVID vaccination reimbursements from the Department of Health.
Okay. So what's going to happen when that fund's depleted in 6 or 7 years? Kick the can down the road.
Probably sit in Florida, not worry about it.
No, that's, I mean, like I said, that's what we use to run our office, so that pays for everything, not just vaccines. So other than 59,000, we get $5,000 to operate our office for the year. Other than salary.
Can we start this process by taking $200,000 out of the hazardous waste, and then we'll figure the rest out as in the next month?
Well, we're gonna have to, because if we can only get 128,000 from then, that leaves us with 292,000 to come up with something.
But if we start with a couple $100,000,
Right.
then we can figure out, we can all set, this is it. Does that make sense over there to the left, or not?
I think so.
And that way we can at least get things to the council to be approved. And then we'll come back in 2 weeks with the plan for the rest of the renovations. Because it's going to take a few months to do the reservations, our reservations, renovations.
So you making that a motion?
You're darn tootin', I am. That's a motion.
So you wanna take another 200,000 now, so we just lost another 200,000, get that up to 900,000 now.
Take 200,000 out of hazardous waste for renovations.
I'll second that.
Unanimous. Phew. You think I like spending money?
You're killing him, you're killing him,
Tractors, health department.
you're killing him.
That tractor and grinder are a lot cheaper than 900,000.
It is true. I agree with you.
Anyway,
We will circle back.
thanks, Brian.
Can you
I'll try to
start?
find $90,000.
Well, just
Work past this
let's see where we come up with. Okay.
Thanks. Okay, that's all done. You guys got anything you wanna add? I got some stuff to add.
We have to acknowledge his grant application.
He's coming to your next meeting.
Huh?
He's coming to your next meeting.
Oh, he wants to do it at the next meeting?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So this is just for us?
Yeah, that's just informational.
Is this
For tonight.
2026's, our 2027's application or 26?
I think that's one of them that.
He'll tell us in 2 weeks,
he's-
won't he?
Yes, he's
There's
part
gonna be a
of.
quiz on it.
No, there'll be a quiz.
That's 2027, it says.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Anything else, Tom? Rick?
Annex, we have received some preliminary interest rates from the 4 local banks, from Old National Bank, and from the open market. The quotes we received were Old National Bank and open market were 5 and 10-year loans, and the 4 banks were 20-year loans. So you talked to Baker Tilly today. Did they verify the open market percentages, or are they?
So those probably will change whenever they actually, if we decide to go that route after that, depending on what's going on with the world at the moment. They did, he did give us rates. I don't know if you're going to ask or we're going to come out.
I would have them in front of me, but they're laying on my desk at work. I did not throw them in my briefcase, so, or whatever that thing is, laptop case.
So the open market rate that he did for, like, the 10-year was at 3.45%, the 15-year was at 3.85%, and then the 20-year was at 4%.
And that's through the bond company?
That's called, that's not a bond, that's an open market loan to any bank in the United States,
Okay.
is what that, I get so confused. They keep using the word bond, but then when I tell them, why are we doing a bond that costs a lot of money for bond counsel, they're like, well, it's not technically a bond, then why do you call it that?
Yeah, but they're wanting to charge us, what, $400,000 a writer, right?
Depending on which route we go.
Oh, I want to be on the right now.
I want to be on the non-$400,000 route, is the route I want to be on.
And we haven't heard nothing back from the local banks?
We
Well,
have.
Sort of, kind of, right?
4.9 on 20 years.
You said that's on 20 years?
That's on 20 years.
Well, the council voted to pay it all off in 10 years.
So I spoke with some of the council, and they are willing to relook at everything depending on what we can do. They're willing to do it, like, we're open to options. We're not stuck on the 10, we're open to options.
And you all know what my option is to all that, right?
Yeah, go all the way across the board.
Well, especially no to property taxes.
The property tax.
Because I ain't raising some farmers' property taxes $1.48 an acre to pay for a building that, yeah.
And that's been said across the board to Jason, and he's very aware of that. That's unanimously awesome.
I got another question for you, T.
What,
Or you?
hold that,
Okay.
just
All
one.
of it.
What's the percentages from Old National?
So.
Do you have them? 5 and, Old National will not go 20 years.
So.
They only do 5 and 10.
The private placement bonds that Jason had were given, for the 10-year was 4.57, and for the 15-year was 4.66.
And that's from Old National Bank?
Correct.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I have
Good
copies
job.
of it. I can give you guys.
Go ahead, Andy, with your question.
Now you made me forget it. You probably wouldn't, you did that on purpose. Oh. My question on that is, has Envoy or Garmon even thought about looking to, you know, where we can save more? Because we haven't really heard a total amount, a dollar figure, right? So what's their amount right now?
No, we have a.
It's in that packet.
They gave us a June back in December, I think.
Yeah, it's that same.
So 17 million?
That,
No, no.
I don't have it in front of me. We passed it to all the council in December. It's-
Hold on a second. I've got it, I think. One I had that was dated December 9th of '25
Yes.
was 15.4.
And of that, we've already paid $1 million.
That's the total BOT project cost. Yeah, so it was lower than that because of the, I thought it was 14 something, but I think I was thinking that because we paid the,
We paid $900 and some thousand.
So that comes off the 14, or 15 million for
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay. So my next question is, what you knew I'm gonna ask is on our claims, $7,500 a month to Envoy. Somebody explain to me why we keep paying them and they ain't doing nothing right now.
Because it's in the contract. Because we're at a standstill.
So why can't we just get rid of it? They don't get no more money what they've already been paid and we just charge on with our money.
With a vote of 2 commissioners, we can get rid of them at any time. So you're correct, we can. Yep.
I'm just wondering, I mean,
No, absolutely we can. So,
all right,
so that's where we're at on the annex.
okay.
We're going to try to figure out, hopefully by the next council meeting, what the payments are on these 10, 15, and 20 years. Well, that's definitely going to be figured out. But then where that money can come from to pay the payment. And if 100% of it can come from the county and no property tax, or 80-20 or 70, whatever the number is. Okay?
Anything else?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, I got one to tell everybody, which we set the date last commissioner meeting, and then I did get a hold of all the trustees, and that meeting is March the 10th at 6 p.m. here in this room. And we're meeting with the county trustees on which we all know if we're gonna have to combine trustees or what's gonna happen. And don't ask me any technical questions right now, Tom.
So-
I don't know no answers.
So I have a call to Barnes and Thornburg, which is the Indiana County Commissioners' representatives. They are currently going through all the bills that were approved and the governor's going to sign or have already signed. And hopefully by this March 10th meeting, we're going to have some kind of synopsis, because this bill has to do with the point system. And so, I know 4 points, but there's like...
No. You're gonna lose at least 4.
Well, we'll talk about that at a later date. So I'm hoping we're gonna get the cliff notes from them to where we can all just look at it. DLGF, the way I understand it, is gonna have to grade every township in the state by the end of the year, the middle of next year, and then you have like till 28, 29 to merge.
Right.
So.
And Brett Clark and Rod Bray said they was gonna come to the meeting.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
That is awesome.
so we got them coming.
Great.
Let's see, I can mark that one off. I can mark that off. That's gonna be the next meeting. Then we got a thing from Cliff on the, because I brought that up about the
Yes.
remodeling of the bathrooms. There's no prices in there. So, I mean, I know we all need to work on this, so anyway.
He said he needed to have further discussions with you before the company would give quotes.
Say that again?
There needs to be further discussion between you and Cliff so that the person can give you actual numbers.
Cliff should have been here tonight. Okay, we'll table that till we talk to Cliff. The next thing I want to bring up, I want to make sure I didn't step on any toes over the weekend. And did he give you the bids for which I don't want to bring it up, but I want to bring it up on the tree removal?
I have not seen the bids. He told me that he received 3 bids, but I haven't seen them.
I haven't seen it either. You seen them?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay. Well, anyway, after we talked about removing the 2 pine trees out here, I think the big reasons for them is, I think there's some problems. People are thinking they may fall on people's vehicles. Basically just a safety. And I'm just asking Jim, you can, and then I did have one phone call because one tree was planted in remembrance of someone. So, anyway, I don't know which tree exactly that was. Do you remember which tree it is, Jim? Is it the first one or the second one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can find out.
So the random question is, how long ago? Because that tree has to be how old?
I think mid to early 80s, probably mid 80s, 1980s.
So those 2 pine trees are only 40 years old?
One of, I said one I'm aware of.
Who's the arborist?
Hey, Will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's,
Yeah, they're only 40 years old, Jim Gray.
he's in the 4th row.
I'm only 40.
So one of the trees was planted in memory of somebody? Okay.
If you mind anything, the Supreme Court sheriff that was here did the inspection for security reasons.
Right.
He thought they needed to be taken.
So the Supreme Court judge thought they needed to be taken?
Supreme Court sheriff.
Just, huh?
Sheriff, 93rd sheriff.
Oh, the 93rd sheriff for the Supreme Court. Thought they needed to be taken down for security
And
reasons.
that's in the report that he gave us,
Yes.
Jim?
Yeah, I believe so. I sent it to you guys.
You did. So we're on hold with the trees for a minute?
I guess.
Until we get Cliff here.
All right. The next thing, I think, we had a little controversy over the weekend a little bit, not too major. I think we need to look at our county handbook and make some amendments in that.
I agree. We need to have an administrative session.
Yeah. So get us an administrative session to advertise, Mr. Attorney.
For
It's administrative, you
We
don't
don't
need to
need
have.
administrative is not.
Okay, we don't have to.
Executive, I would need to.
Okay.
When do you want to do that, sir?
It's gonna rain, so let's do it while it's raining.
Yeah, because once it stops, you're gonna be busy.
Gonna be going to Fred's house quite a bit, probably. I don't care,
What do you have on Thursday morning?
just Thursday morning.
Would you rather do mornings or afternoons?
I don't care.
Tom, you want to do it this week?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's the
Christina?
administrative that you need us, see, that answered my question. You need Jim too.
Yeah, he'll need to be there, so what's good for Jim?
Thursday morning?
What do you got?
Or Thursday afternoon, or whatever.
Hold on just a second. That's the 5th.
Correct.
I have a phone call at 11, and I have an appointment at 1, otherwise I'm open.
Whatever time you.
9 a.m.?
That's fine.
Here?
Yep.
Christina, can you please check
Yes.
to make sure the building is, or the room is open?
handbook change?
Yep. Mr. Inslee, I just got your email. Do we need to address this tonight on the milestone bill, or?
I keep sending emails, I've not heard anything from anybody. I mean, I really don't know what to do anymore. I've sent probably,
Okay.
I spoke with Josh this morning.
well, he sent me a new bill, and I forwarded you guys a new bill, but that's what
Well,
I'm
he
saying.
sent me a new bill.
Yeah, you and I were both on.
I told him I could not pay it unless it was in our name. I told him that back in August, which is what caused this whole fiasco, and it never gets signed. I called Michaela today at City of Greencastle and asked her and left a message, if I pay this bill, are you guys reimbursing us, or are you guys paying it? She has not returned my call, so at this point, I've printed it, it will be paid tomorrow, as long as she tells me that they're gonna reimburse us on it. Did they ever sign the contract with you?
My last email, you guys were on it. I said, I've never seen anything signed. So, I mean, I think it's, they approved, there was something that they approved, but it was an older version, because then you guys wanted me to change the language about who was going to be billed and who was going to be reimbursed. But I've not seen, I mean, I had an email that said it was approved by their Board of Works. That was like in August or September, whenever it was. Then we said, hey, can we go ahead and change the language? We changed the language. But I'm saying, regardless, I've not seen a signed version of.
Then I guess I need approval to pay it if we still haven't got anything signed.
Do we need to pay the bill?
It needs to be paid, it was done last August.
Then
What he did is so what happened was this, they gave us a rate that they quote us to the county because of the amount of work we did. When the agreement was such that the city was gonna pay for it, whether it was a mistake or whatever, they billed the city at a different rate. The city came back and said, hey Jim, this wasn't the per ton rate that we agreed on, and so, okay, you're right, it was this amount. So then it was a matter of, do we get a new invoice? Do we get a new, do we use the old invoice and just scribble it out and put it in the account? I mean, but I've heard literally nothing, and I've spent quite a bit of time on this, and I don't know what else to do. I mean, it's.
The invoice was originally made out to the city of Greencastle. According to the auditor's office and the State Board of Accounts, I cannot pay that bill made out to the city of Greencastle. I asked Milestone to change it to us. They told me they could not. So that's when Jim reached back out to the city of Greencastle to have them pay the bill, and then they wouldn't pay the bill, they wouldn't sign the contract.
But then the city couldn't, for the same State Board of Accounts reasons, they couldn't sign it because the agreement said it was X amount per ton, not Y amount per ton. So to them, they were gonna get written up as well. So I really, like I said, I don't know how I got in the middle of all of it, but I mean, it's literally, I've got two different invoices. I've drafted agreements on both things. I don't know what else to do, except for Milestone's the one that's sitting there and doesn't have any money. And
Well, here's my opinion, if we pay the bill, that's fine, but we're not doing any more business, any more work for the city of Greencastle. And I don't care if there is a county building sitting on the road. That's my opinion. So I guess we'll take it out of the sheriff's budget.
I'm going to use white out the nice marker. It's an invoice.
But, so,
pay the bill?
yeah, I said we need to pay the bill.
I will get it paid tomorrow,
Thank you.
and I will turn around and bill the city of Greencastle.
Plus
We may or
interest.
may not see the money.
Plus interest.
Take a small money for it.
Sure. I think that's about on my list. I think I've asked her. Does anybody out in the crowd have anything to say or want to say?
Rick, we had an ambulance.
Where we at on what?
The ambulance, no one can't rebuild. Haven't heard that one listed for me yet.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes.
in Indiana.
It's in Indiana now. It's made it up here.
It's getting equipped.
We're getting We'll have it by 2029. We can't talk about that out loud. 2.5 years ago. Just so you know, that company, we have current ambulance bids coming in next month. They were not allowed to bid that. They were not allowed to bid this
After
ambulance.
meeting, I want to show you a package.
You're showing me a picture?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
That was good looking brick. And I had nothing to do with it.
That's why it's good looking.
Never mind.
A couple things real quick. Christina talked about it briefly, but our ordinance, as you recall, we codified those probably 15 years, not that, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and there's an online version. So not only do we have the books, but you can go online and you can actually, there's a search engine where you can look up the ordinances and that type of thing. We got just kind of a letter. It wasn't really an invoice. It was just, and every couple of years we have to send them in so that they can integrate any changes we've made, or if there's a new code site or chapter, they have to integrate it. And they were requesting those from us in December. And I think the question, I don't know how much it was last time, but do you want us to go ahead and go forward with that?
You talking about the blacktop?
No, county ordinances. There's
okay.
There's an ordinance book, but they've got them all online.
Okay.
It's called American Legal Publishing. You go to the website, and so if I'm looking up, for example, Sheriff and I had a question a couple weeks ago about kennel permits. You go on there, you search kennel permit, and it takes you right to the place where.
How much does that cost us?
I don't know how much it was last time.
And it comes up every so many years?
Yeah, instead of doing it every year, like, they could, it's almost like what we talked about with the UDO. Instead of revamping it, just we do it every couple of years, because it's not like we pass 30 new ordinances a year, so.
To show the actual ordinances, because I've tried to look up the actual ordinances and haven't been able to find them. I don't know, it's just my unfortunate luck of the ones that I'm trying to search.
Where does this money come from that we pay it from?
You'd have to come out of the general fund, wouldn't
Yes.
it? Yeah, got one right for once.
County attorneys.
Yeah. If we don't do it, what's the repercussions?
I think it just stays, well, I don't know if they'll continue to, I don't know exactly how the contract works. Like right now, when you go to look ours up, you have to go to their website.
Have they sent us a bill?
No, because we haven't sent them the ordinances that would be integrated, I
And
guess.
it depends on how much paperwork you send them, because it's pretty much looks like a per page. Since you started it in 14, we've sent them $27,380.
I think that also,
This is so-
that included the initial,
Setup.
the setup, that was, I think, probably, I don't know.
That's-
And this is
that was
so
the most
John Q.
expensive.
Public, so that John Q. Public has access to all of our resolutions. and-
Right, because we even have, we have a book, there's a book you can get, but the thing is, every time an ordinance is redone, which is kind of what we ran into last time when we recodified, was we were writing ordinances and they were already done, they just weren't in one place. So even the people that have the hard copies, unless they update every so often and put in the new stuff where it goes, it's almost like, the old encyclopedias or something. You don't have a complete version. The online version, I don't even use the book anymore, because the online version, but again, I use it. I don't know how many other people.
I would expect someone like you to use it, though. I mean, seriously,
Ordinances.
So which one?
you have to keep track of that stuff. So do you want us to
But see,
vote on
here's
it?
the thing, if it was-
Are we supposed to vote on this?
I mean, you want us to go ahead and say, we're gonna,
It's paid out of your budget.
It's out of Rick's budget. I'll make the motion to do it. It sounds like we need to, I
oh, I don't know.
Unanimous.
don't. There, you
There
guys
you go,
go.
Christina.
It was something I need to mention, and when I look at that, to take this past, but it doesn't show the actual ordinance.
So did we do it last year?
We made a motion, we voted on it. It's
Okay.
unanimous.
Okay, yes? No?
It was a yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's like here, this was
Want to wait in.
So,
I got a couple things for signatures.
Okay.
But one of them was the use agreement for the Dust Bowl, which you guys already approved.
Right,
Just I just
last
need a
meeting.
signature. The other one is one from Lisa. This is a rezone that you actually approved last November, but it didn't, when you signed it in, it didn't have the legal description with it. So this has the legal description. It's already, so you guys already approved. I just need signature.
I forgot what that was. I mean, we'll go do now. Okay, does anyone else out in the audience have anything to say?
That's all I have.
Okay. Well, I'll ask for an adjournment if somebody will give it to me.
I will make that motion.
Unanimous. Thank you, everyone.
So my consensus put it back in there. To find the actual one.